Hi everyone, so welcome back to the audit class, and in today's section we will discuss about forming the opinion on the financial statement. So how does auditor forms opinion? We will discuss on in this chapter today. So let's understand it. So the auditor should perform the opinion on whether financial statements are presented fairly in all material respects in accordance with the applicable financial reporting framework. In order to form an opinion on the FS, the auditor should conclude whether the auditor has obtained a reasonable assurance about whether FS as a whole are free from the material statement, whether due to fraud or error. That conclusion should take into the account of the following: auditor's conclusion about whether sufficient appropriate audit evidence has been obtained, auditor's conclusion about whether uncorrected misstatements are materially or individually or in aggregate, auditor's evaluation whether FS are prepared in all the material respects in accordance with the requirements of the applicable financial reporting framework. This evaluation should include consideration of the qualitative aspects of the entity's accounting practices, including indicators of the possible biasness in the management judgment. Auditor's evaluation whether FS adequately disclose the significant accounting policies selected or applied. Accounting policies selected applied are consistent with the applicable financial reporting framework. Accounting estimates are made by the management are reasonable. Information presented in the FS is relevant, reliable, comparable, and understandable. FS provide adequate disclosure to enable the intended user of the understanding the relevant material transactions and the events on the information conveyed in the financial statement, terminology used, all those. So auditors consideration in the following are overall presentation, structure and content of the financial statement, whether FS is included, the related notes represents the underlying transactions events in the manner that achieves the fair presentation. Also, auditor should evaluation whether FS adequately refer to the described applicable financial reporting framework or not. So this was all about forming an opinion on the FS. Now, in short, we will discuss about the engagement quality review. So engagement quality review and concurring approval of the issuance are required per PCOAB accounting auditing standard for all the audit engagements and review of the interim financial reporting information, and it is optional for the non-issuers company. So qualification of engagement reviewer should be generally another partner of the registered public accounting firm and must have competence, independence, integrity and objectivity. Engagement quality review process. So, engagement quality reviewer should evaluate the significant judgments made by the engagement team and related conclusions reached in the forming the overall audit conclusions in preparing the audit report. So, to evaluate the such judgments and conclusion, the engagement quality reviewer should hold the discussion with the engagement partner and other members of the engagement team and review documentation. Engagement quality reviewer should evaluate the significant judgments relating to the audit planning, evaluate the engagement team assessment of and responses to significant risk identified by the management, which includes fraud risk and other significant risk identified by the engagement quality reviewer. Also evaluate the significant judgments made about the materiality and disposition of corrected and uncorrected identified misstatement, severity and disposition of identified control deficiencies. A review of audit team's evaluation of the firm's independence in the relation to the audit, review audit completion documents and confirm for any significant unresolved matters, review FS management report on the internal control and related audit report, read other information in the documents containing FS to be filed with SEC and evaluate whether the audit team has taken appropriate action for any material inconsistency with FS or material misstatement of the fact with the engagement quality reviewer is aware. Evaluate if appropriate consultations have been in the place on the difficult or continuous matters. Review the documentation including conclusion and such consultations. Evaluate if appropriate matters have been communicated or identified for the communication of the audit committee, management and other parties. Also, evaluation of the engagement documentation. Evaluate whether the audit documentation that engagement quality reviewer when the performing the procedures indicate that the audit team responds appropriately to the significant risk and support the conclusion reached by the audit team with respect to the matters reviewed. determine whether to provide a concurring approval of issuance, which is provided only if the engagement quality reviewer is not aware of any significant engagement deficiency. Few of the examples are: audit team failed to obtain sufficient appropriate evidence, audit team reached an inappropriate overall conclusion, audit report is not appropriate, firm is not independent, the audit firm may grant permission to the client to use audit report only after the engagement quality reviewer provides concurring approval of the issuance. So this was all about the engagement quality reviewer in the audit. So it is required as per the PCOB, and the non-issuer firms can optionally get their audit reviewed by the EQR. So let me know if you have any queries in the comment section, and in next chapter we will further proceed to the audit part. Thank you and bye.